Hello and welcome. So in this video we are gonna be talking about how to become a self-taught web developer or programmer in the best way possible, right? Without wasting any time and taking the right steps into the right direction without, well, failing or wasting time learning things that you don't need, which is very common, alright? And I will tell you my story briefly now because it plays a very huge role into this video and, well, in your case as well, because you can learn something from my case here, because oh boy, I did something wrong here, right? So I started off with learning everything there is, right? I learned all the technologies. I delved into a boot camp on Udemy that was teaching well, everything there is about web development, and mostly it was good, but I would say it was not in depth and it didn't help me, well, garner the skills that I need to create full stack applications. Because let's face it, if you learn everything there is out there briefly, you won't master anything in depth, and that is a fact, and that I would avoid it at all costs. It will save you a lot of time, and in my case it wasted me a year. So for a year I learned about technologies that I'm never gonna use, almost never. It is good to know, but you're not gonna use it. You can learn all those little technologies, those niche things, but they're not gonna help you in developing good applications. You need the basic fundamentals to be strong and focus on the things that are most important. For example, if you want to learn a tech stack, focus on that one and master it. Truly master it. Go in depth. Learn all the little details, learn the technologies that are associated with it and that play key factors into building these websites most of the time, alright? Don't just learn it for the sake of learning, right? You want to implement it into a website further on, or if you're building a project, which is the best case, start with a project and learn the things, well, as you go, I would say. But if you know the MERN stack completely, because there's gonna come your need to implement a new feature that is very unique to the project, and that is where you're gonna learn that technology. You're not gonna go ahead and learn it because you just want to learn it, or it is the new cool thing right now and everybody's using it. Just don't do it, alright? Focus on the tech stack that you want and go in depth. Well, this was basically my story. I delved into a Udemy course that was teaching, well, everything there is. It was a development bootcamp with like 500,000 students. It was very good. I learned a lot of things, but it didn't help me much to create my own website. So after that one, well, after 6 months, 7 months on the course that it took me with 1 hour, 2 hours a day after work, putting it in, it just didn't give me that what I needed, alright? And after that one I started on YouTube courses, well, YouTube projects, which were in my opinion better than the web development bootcamp, because along the way, if something is not clear, you just pause the video, you go and learn the little technology, or you just delve into the little piece of code that there is with the help now with ChatGPT and everything. It can explain you everything, what the code does and what it is. And after that, you can learn the technology from there, go back into the video and everything is clear, right? This is a very good approach on how to learn. So, after those wasted months, not wasted months, but well, I could do it better now, knowing what I know now, right? Well, of course I could do it better. This is why I'm doing the video, trying to help you, the viewer. So after that one, I saw that I don't need to learn everything a little bit. I need to learn a few things in depth so I can create good quality and excellent websites with which people are gonna find, well, appealing. It's gonna solve a problem very well. Not just solve a problem, but it is going to be solving their problem very well. Because there is a lot of competition. If you want to build let's say, I don't know, a marketplace, right? There are a lot of marketplaces that do it better than you if you're starting out first. So what do you need to do is, at least to compete with them, you need to learn the technology in depth to be able to put out a quality software as a service out there, which is gonna almost guarantee you sales, right? Because if your offer is good, people are gonna buy it, all right? If you walk into a store and you see a very nice piece of clothing, the material is great, the price is good or just like the others, but it looks better, feels better, and you know it's the right fit for you because it's so well made, you will buy it. And this is what people want. Quality stuff in a decent price, of course. Don't lowball yourself, which is, well, pricing is, well, another video in its own. I'm gonna cover that later. So for now, this was my story. I delved into a lot of things first, all right, which didn't help me much. So now, my first advice for you would be, well, try to find a roadmap. And what is a roadmap? A roadmap is, what am I gonna learn and how am I gonna learn it? And in which steps am I gonna learn the technologies, all right? So let's say you delve into front end first, you learn React, and then you learn the other technologies associated with it, and then you try to learn the back end, but that doesn't work. Without a back end, there's nothing to show in your front end. Of course, you could create a static website, but that is not your goal. You want to have a website that is gonna solve a problem. It is gonna be a software as a service. It is gonna do something. You need a valid backend, all right? So then you go into the roadmap, you see, oh, backend is actually first what I need to learn. And then you dive into that one. What is, well, the first technology I need to learn to create a good backend? You will learn Node, you will learn Express, and you will learn all the others step by step. This ensures that they connect with each other, all right? This is another big thing that I took away from all the wasted hours was don't just learn a technology for the sake of learning it again that you don't know how to connect with everything else, all right? You can learn what is a for loop, what is this, what is that, how to make a get a request, a post a request, connect MongoDB, but if you don't know how to connect the backend with the front end, connect the front end with the state management, use the version control to, well, deploy your changes and manage it well, and also deploy your code inside the cloud, it doesn't matter, all right? You can know a lot of things about Express, it is not going to create your website. You need things to connect. And this was a big problem for me, and what I'm trying to tell you in this, well, section of the video, right? That you need to learn things, how they connect with each other, all right? This is why the roadmap is so important. All right, next thing, what I would do, aside from getting the roadmap, is focus on a tech stack, all right? I chose the MERN stack, which is the most popular one, right? And my, well, thought for choosing that was, if I'm gonna learn something, let's just learn the best thing, right? And the most used thing and the thing that has the biggest community. And why? Because the maintenance of these technologies is very good, all right? React is managed by Facebook, Node.js and all those others have constant updates, and the community around them is great. So when you're building a website, you will have problems, which are inevitable, right? So for you to solve those problems, you have to go on Google and see how it is done, right? Because you don't know it, you need help. Where are you going to get that help? From the communities. This is where the coding communities come in place. So you need to learn, well, I would learn a stack that is popular, all right? Don't go learn a programming language that nobody uses, because you're going to get stuck and it's going to get expensive. If you hire professional help, it is going to get expensive. But with React, you can just chat GPT it or go on Stack Overflow and it's going to be done, all right? So pick a good tech stack that you want to learn. If you want to be a web developer, or if you want to learn iOS development, choose the best language, right? Or Android development, choose the best language. After that one, get the roadmap, see what you need to learn in order to have the knowledge to build the full stack applications. And now you ensure you don't waste your time, all right? You're learning, well, your time is put well into place. This is the best way I can explain it, right? Don't just count the hours, all right? I could be staring at code there for hours and hours. If it is useless, it doesn't serve a point, or I am not gonna do anything with it, it is just wasted time, right? I can just play a game or do anything else. It is the same. Don't just count the hours staring at the code, make the hours count. Make your learning effective. This is very important. 1 hour of effective learning can equal to 4 hours of just wasted trying to figure out some stupid thing that you're never gonna implement, right? So, which brings me to the next point, find a good course, all right? You need to learn from somewhere. After you know the road, after you pick the tech stack, after you pick the roadmap, now where am I gonna learn the technologies that, well, I need, right? Pick a good course and start building. Don't just watch the course and say, oh, well, I wanna watch it, I don't wanna code, I wanna see how it is first, I'm just gonna watch. No, that is not how memory works, all right? Human memory is interesting, I would say, and the best way, which is like proven, don't quote me on that, but the best thing that helped me and, well, a lot of people around the world, I would say the majority, is watching the course and also coding it, all right? Watch and code. This will, well, train your brain and you will understand the technology better, all right? If you watch it and then you implement it yourself, you will see how it works and you will notice the syntax, the little syntax things, the columns and everything, and how everything flows together. You will notice them. While coding, you will notice them because you're actually doing something. It is just like listening to an ebook and reading a book for real, all right? You will learn more while reading the book. Trust me on that one. If you have ever finished an audiobook, name 5 chapters of the audiobook that you listened 6 months ago. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. But if you had a book to read cover to cover for school or something else, or you wanted to read it, you will retain most of the memory from that book. Alright? This is how human memory works. Don't just watch it, code along with it. Pick a good course, code along with it, finish the projects. Also, another advice, make it as a habit to finish things. Make it as your personality trait that the things you start, finish. Alright? You always finish things. This is gonna ensure you go from here to here to here without any setbacks. Alright? Without, well, being disencouraged, trying to find some new thing you wanna learn, because in the beginning you're gonna feel not so great, alright? You will have imposter syndrome. I had it, everybody had it, alright? You will feel overwhelmed. You will feel like nothing is working out. How am I gonna learn all of this? It is so much. Where am I gonna start? Why this? Why that? Be consistent, alright? Make it a personality trait that everything you start, you finish. So, and after that one, I would say just keep at it. Keep at it, alright? Even if you have like these big ideas, just keep at it. If you try to figure one thing at a time from that a big idea that you have every day, sooner or later it is going to be completed, alright? Just start it, just do it, start, and don't be discouraged from the big sheer of it, alright? Because I know technologies change and evolve all the time. You feel like I learned this today and it's now outdated. Don't let that discourage you. Just start and just do it, alright? Now, these, I would say, are the best ways or tactics how you can become a self-taught programmer, how I did it. And in hindsight, how I would do it again, this is how I would do it. Pick a stack, pick a roadmap that is good because there are a lot of there. Pick a roadmap and then learn the things in depth that you need. And also pick a good course and code along with it. These are the must-dos in my opinion, and how I would do it if I had to start doing it again. And right now I'm branching out to mobile development, and this is how I do it, alright? I pick the best stack, roadmap, good course, and just code along with it, alright? And focus. That is basically it. So, and the last thing I want to say is, for this very reason, because there are a lot of courses out there and I see that they don't teach everything in detail, all right? If you ever come across a course on YouTube or a project or an application which is 5 hour long, 10 hour long, okay? In reality, you will not learn the stack in 5 hours. That is impossible, okay? What they do is they just code and you code along, you don't understand why certain things are the way they are, and when you try to go ahead and do it yourself, you don't know how to connect those things, right? Of course you don't, because nobody explained it to you, all right? And also on Udemy, there are a lot of courses that, well, just teach you basic things one after another, and you don't know how to build a website in the end. Like, why would I do that? Why would I follow those 20 hours if in the end I cannot do the website, all right? I have one project in my website, okay, that is helpful, but if I don't know how to do a website, does that project help me? No, it does not. So this very reason I created my own MERN stack course. It is 31 hours long and I delve deep into everything and only the most important things, right? We are not gonna learn just things that we're never gonna use, all right? A bunch of crap, no. We're gonna learn only the most important thing and dive deep. Every line of code is explained. And on top of that, we have the big picture. The big picture is explained, all right? You're not gonna be there with no knowledge about how to connect things, all right? It is gonna be in depth and it is gonna be structured the way that you can understand how building a software application works, all right? How to build a SaaS, how everything works together, how the backend talks with the front end, state management, server building, version control, everything, all right? How everything works together. This is why I created this course on Udemy. I placed it on the cheapest tier. I wanted to place it for free, but Udemy doesn't let, well, a course 31 hours long be there for free, right? So I had to place it in the lowest tier there is, which was $19, 19, all right? It is $19. And Udemy has always sales, so almost all of the time it is there for $5, all right? $5 to $3, which is the equivalent of a burger, right? So if you want to check it out, which I would totally recommend, not because it is my course, but I put 31 hours into it and I wanted to make it free, but Udemy didn't let me, so now it is up there for $5, which is the equivalent for a burger. All right, you can just spend it on a burger or, I don't know, anything else which costs $5, right? Which is, it is money, don't mistake on that, but it is not a lot, right? You can spend it on a burger or have lifetime access to 31 hours of in detail, step by step, and also focused video learning, all right, about the MERN stack. If the MERN stack interests you, I would say check it out. If not, you have the roadmap, you have the key points now and how you can tackle on your self-taught development career. And I wish you best of luck, and as always, the course is gonna be in the video description. So again, check it out, let me know what you think, and if you have comments, leave them down in the video and I will check them out. Thank you.